Since I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hating, say we changing, look, we made it. I was patient, yeah. Oh, I was patient. Now I can scream that we made it. Now everywhere I go, they say graduation. You get graduation. I pick up the rock and I ball.
One day while the light is glowing, I'll be in my castle golden. But until the gates are open, I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment.
Miss Worldwide, Christina Aguilera.
It's my life, it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live my life. It's my life, my heart is like an open highway. I'm thinking shit, I did it my way.
1, 2, 3.
Siempre te voy a querer, me aseguraré de enamorarte cada día, aun con mis defectos, aun con mis locuras y mis tonterías. Siempre te voy a querer.
Good job.
When this life tries to wreck you, I'll protect you. Yeah, I got your back, I got you. I'll take your side, I'll lay my life down for you. I'll crawl over broken glass, I will stand in the blame. Take the bullet, take the blows, I will take all the pain. Anything, anything that you gotta get through. Hey, hey, I got you.
Nothing left for you. Only thing that you can do. Say today, live like you wanna. Let yesterday burn and throw it in a fire, in a fire, in a fire. Fight like a warrior. Today, live like you wanna. Let yesterday burn and throw it in a fire, in a fire.
feeling. You got me lifted, feeling so gifted. Sugar, how you get so fly? Sugar, sugar, how you get so fly? Sugar, sugar, how you get so fly?
1, 2, 3. I started my count late.
Making a change and making it better. I live for this shit. I love the pain. It's part of the journey. It's part of the game. I've been alone in the dark and the rain. I see the end and I wasn't afraid. I've been in tears and I wasn't ashamed. I hear the sound that I'm hearing is change.
You're building it up and breaking it down. Wanna give up, keep holding your ground. You're turning it up and down to the sound. Oh, the sound, the sound. The heat of the moment, the fear as you're frozen. You're crushing and burning when life's at its coldest. Don't fall too far from who you are. They can cut us from where our hearts go. It's in the heat of the moment, the fear as you're frozen. You're crushing and burning when life's at its coldest. Don't fall too far from who.
3. Either way, it's good.
I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000.
Beneath my skin, I feel my heart beating. You make me feel like I'm alive again. Alive again.
3.
Perhaps I was addicted to the dark side. Somewhere inside my childhood when this my heart died. And even though we both came from the same places, the money and the fame made us all change places. How could it be through the misery that came to pass? The hard times make a true friend afraid to ask for currency, but you can run to me when you need, and I'll never leave. Honestly, someone to believe in, as you can see, it's a small thing to a truth. What could I do? Real homies help you get through. And coming new, he do the same thing if he could.
3. Real fast.
Listen, it's a burgundy bath. Everybody get turned into ash. Big and evil, just something I made my personal task. This year, these put you in surgery fast. Everybody die regardless who first or who last. Death almost got me twice, but he mercifully passed. I'll take your tears off without using surgical masks. I wouldn't call it.
I'm just waiting for my day to come, and I think, oh, I don't wanna let you down, 'cause something inside has changed, and maybe we don't wanna stay the same. I got guns in my head and they won't go, spirits in my head and they won't go. I got guns in my head and they won't go, spirits in my head and they won't go. Walk towards love, yeah. Walk towards love, yeah. Walk towards love. This money's gonna come and this money's gonna go, but that's alright, that's alright. 'Cause everything could fall down, everything can go, but it's all fine, it's all fine. They say love's it. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, more than anything, my wish for you
Good evening and welcome to the 2017 commencement ceremony for Old Columbine High School. I'm Denise Cook, principal. At this time, would you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would like to remind everyone to be fully present and courteous and to silence your mobile phones and other electronics at this time. Please join me in welcoming our special guests. Mrs. Debbie Lammers, StVrain Valley School District Board of Education Secretary. Mr. Mark Mills, StVrain Valley School District Area Assistant Superintendent. Ms. Dina Perfetti-Dini, StVrain Valley School District Area Assistant Superintendent. Ms. Jackie Capuchin, StVrain Valley School District Area Assistant Superintendent. Ms. Diane Lauer, Dr. Diane Lauer, Assistant Superintendent of Priority Programs and Academic Support. Would the Old Columbine High School staff please stand, all of you? Help me thank Scott Stewart providing technical assistance. He is from our StVrain Valley School District Technology Services. Also, our student music is organized by Patricio Illanes, Old Columbine para-educator. The online video streaming and photography of our graduates is from David Glover, Old Columbine High School English instructor. We'd also like to thank the staff and administration of Altona Middle School, and particularly Bob, my favorite custodian. Thank you. Kristen Heflon, counselor, will now recognize seniors for their awards and scholarships.
I am going to announce many names, and the students are going to stand. Please hold your applause until everyone is standing. The following students were nominated for Student of the Month: Dylan Silvernail, Lexi Murray, Kaylee Stevenson, Gustavo Quiros, and Aiden DeKessler. It takes great courage and discipline to apply for scholarships. The following students took a risk and demanded their story be heard. We have the most scholarship winners this year since the past decade. Tiffany Maldonado received the Stromquist Scholarship for $500. Lexi Murray received the Welker Scholarship for $1,000. Dylan Silvernail received the Welker Scholarship for $500, the Education Foundation Scholarship for $1,000, and the Realities for Children Scholarship for $1,500. Savannah Lee received the Welker Scholarship for $1,000, the Realities for Children Scholarship for $1,000, and the Education Foundation Donna Bauer Scholarship for $1,000. And last but not least, Amy Novosad received the Realities for Children CU Scholarship, which will fund 4 years of tuition at the University of Colorado Boulder. Congratulations, all of you.
There's a lot of diplomas up here. A lot. Look at all of those diplomas, right? But wait, there's not just those there. How many diplomas are over here? There's a lot of them. How many diplomas are out there? Woo! A lot of diplomas, right? Hey, Farley, where'd you get your diploma from?
Let's see, that would be the University of Colorado in 1968.
University of Colorado, 1968. Wow. Did you get hired because you went to the University of Colorado?
Actually, they helped me get my first job.
Oh, that was a bad question then. Snowden, where did you get your high school diploma from?
New Trier, Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago, Illinois. Do you think you got this job because where you got your high school diploma? No. No? I didn't even know she went to high school there, and I've seen her resume. I myself have 4 diplomas, all from different places. I'm going to put Mr. Mills here on the spot. Did you hire me because I graduated, and I know the answer to this already, from Roosevelt High School in Johnstown? But that's not how I got this job. How about because I got one from Northeastern Junior College? I don't believe so, no. And I could ask him about the other ones too. What does a diploma mean? Does it matter where your diploma was earned? Sometimes. Does it increase your lifetime earnings? Sure, there's a lot of research out there about that. The dictionary says that a diploma is a certificate awarded by an educational establishment to show that someone has successfully completed a course of study. The dictionary doesn't list specific schools, right? Oh, are you listening? Come on, pay attention, guys. Yeah. What are the key words here? Successfully completed a course of study. Successfully completed a course of study. It means you had a goal. Then you put it in place, and you put in place the drive and the determination and the persistence to finish that goal. Sometimes it wasn't easy. There were obstacles. Some of you are going to talk about your obstacles. Some other people might talk about your obstacles. When my son was in cross country, he'd never run cross country before, and he started in high school. And it was hard. He was often the last one in. Sometimes he was the last one in and the girls were passing him. So, I mean, not to be sexist, but that's how they run cross country. The boys start and then the girls start, and he was just plugging along. And I said, I don't care how fast you go, I just want you to finish. Everything this staff, those people over there, have been telling you is true. You can do it. Right? They were all telling you that along. You can do this. You've got this. And you did. I want to share just some last thoughts. Be proud of this accomplishment. There will be more. Somebody's mortarboard top said, the best is yet to come, and I forget whose that was, but it's right. Encourage others. Remember that the value of this diploma is much greater than the sum of your weekly paycheck. It is that this thing you will receive tonight is of great significance and importance. Always be proud of that, because we are proud of you. Thank you. It is not without support from family, friends, staff, and others that our students have reached this milestone. At this time, our seniors will acknowledge a person who has helped them on their journey. They're going to get a rose and take it to somebody. We're going to give them just a few minutes to do that. Yep, everybody. Need some help?
let your life pass you by.
Thank you.
Weep not for the memories. Remember the good times that we had. Let them slip away from us when things got bad. Clearly, I first saw you smiling in the sun. Wanna feel your warmth upon me. Wanna be the one. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for memories. I'm so tired, I can't sleep. Standing on the edge of something much too deep. It's funny how it feels so much, we cannot say a word. We are screaming inside, oh, we can't be.
At this time, I would like to invite Mr. John Farley, retiring social studies teacher, to address our graduates.
Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out.
I asked him to do that. I always get jealous when those wonderful young people come down the aisle to some music, so on my way out, I get a little music. Was that Bruno Mars? Who was that? Thank you. I need help on that. Okay, these kids don't recognize me because, you know, back a few years ago, I lost some hair. I've never gotten over it. And what's so wonderful about the school I teach at is I get to wear a hat every day, so I'm comfortable. I hope you're comfortable, and here I go. And go Buffs. Congratulations back there. Yeah. I want to start off with a quick story about a student who came from Greeley, came down every day. I was his advisor at his morning class. This is before Denise tightened things up. And he would call me and say he's busy in traffic, he was going to be late, and guess what? I covered for him. He spent 6 years at Old Columbine. And at the age of 21, he graduated and came down. And I got to tell you what he did before that. His name's Robert Gazzotti. And Robert was always elected to be an usher. He led the school in so many ways. And one of the things the usher has to do at the end of graduation is clean up. And guess what he said? No way, I'm not graduating. I've cleaned up for 5 years, and on that last one, I'm not going to clean up, you know? So that's the type of students that we have, and that's the type of students that are sitting right over here. Now, one more story about Robert Gazzotti, and this involves a little bit of a tragedy. I had a tragedy where my 30-year-old son passed away. And it was that point in time where people are coming to the house and to pay condolences, and some things have been forgotten, so my wife left my side, and my favorite stepson, Ryan, left my side, and I was all alone. And I remember I went out into the garage to get some things out of the outside refrigerator, and I was starting to break down. And I was thinking, what am I going to do? I'm really starting to lose it. And my phone rang, And I answered it, and it was Robert Gazzotti. And that's the type of relationships I feel that as teacher to student that we build here at Old Columbine. And I said, Robert, I could really use you right now. I think I'm going down. I'm not doing real well. And guess what he said? Why don't you just come to the front door? I'm here for you, and I'll always be here for you. So I had that lucky situation because I'm a teacher at Old Columbine, and I had this student, Robert Gazzotti, by my side, just like these kids are by our side every day. Got a couple stories about being in graduate school. The Vietnam War was going on. I was on a full ride. I was going to stay in, but guess what? You get a B, and you get below a B, you get a C, and they draft you immediately, okay? And I had a situation where things weren't really going well in an English class. Guess what I did? I went and I talked to the professor. Guess what our kids do? Things aren't going well, they know they can come see us. They can work with us, and we'll work with them. I worked with this Professor Boardman, I remember his name, and somehow miraculously, because I had the courage to go see him, and I always want the students to have the courage to go ask for help when they need help. I got a B-, no nom, and I was able to get my degree. Okay, Denise. I got my degree at CU.
We still like you.
There's something that, the challenge that one faces, especially like for me in graduate school, was that I had been up in Montana for a while. When I came down, things were really difficult. And I had this professor, Dr. Poise, and the course was called Historiography, the study of the writing of history and the kind of the history of history. And it was a tough class. And the moral of this kind of story is going to be, I had a choice. I had some friends I had developed. They were from Durango. They were cool guys. They didn't like this professor, and they sat in the back row. I checked this guy out. I thought he was really bright. He was from Columbia, and guess what? I sat in the front row. I kept 2 sets of notes, and he said a word called zeitgeist. And I went, oh, my God. They never said that word where I was studying. It means spirit of the age, and I learned a new word, and I stayed a front row person, and I've tried to be a front row person the rest of my life. And what I'm asking the graduates, when you have that choice, where are you going to be? Yeah, the back row is kind of fun. I've been there. I like to mess around. I can be kind of cynical, but you know what? If you want to get anywhere in life, you better step to the plate, you better bring your A game, and you better want to be in the front row of life at all times. Got just a few more stories. How's my time doing?
7 minutes.
Frank said 7 minutes. Thank you. Okay, here comes a good one. I hope it's a good one. I'm lost in the 60s with these stories a little bit, and then I'll bring it up to date at the end. Guess what? In high school, I never learned to type. Honest to gosh. They had typing class, and I walked in, and I was kind of late, and I irritated the teacher. How could I irritate anybody? I'm the Farrells, come on. I irritated the heck out of her. And so it just wasn't going to happen. So I went off to college and then to graduate school without the ability to type. And one of the things you do as a historian is you write a lot of papers. I found a person who would type for me. Now the paper was due. It was Wednesday. And it was for Dr. Dan Smith. He had written many books. He was a cool guy. Kind of wore his hair like Peter Gunn, if anybody's old enough to remember that. Just sharp, real natty. And I didn't have the paper. And then it was Thursday, and I didn't have the paper. And Friday, around 5 o'clock, my typist delivered the paper. I did a quick read, and then what do? You're already 3 days late. What do? I think the people at Old Columbine know. You talk to your teacher. You let them know what you're going through. And you hope that they'll work with you. And that you're not going to let it happen all the time. But could you make an exception? So guess what happened? I had a little Bridgestone 90 motorcycle. No, it wasn't any Harley. You guys think I'm a Harley guy, right? You don't. No, you don't. Okay. So yeah, there I was on my Bridgestone 90. And I rode out from Boulder where, you know, when you're a college student, all you know is a place called The Hill. And I had to ride out to a real plush area called Fraser Meadows. And I found the address. There was no GPS. I mean, I had to use a map, you know. And I got there. I got off my cycle. And with great trepidation, I walked up to the door and I knocked on the door. And lo and behold, Dr. Dan Smith answered the door. And as all historians do, he goes, yes, Mr. Farley, what are you doing here? And I went, well, you know that paper that was due Wednesday? He said, yeah, I had a paper due Wednesday. I said, gave him my little story, and I said, I would hope that you would take my paper. Not only will I take your paper, Mr. Farley, I need a bartender tonight. All the historians from the department are here, and I need a really good bartender. Would you please come inside? And by the way, they're all good friends of mine, so when you're pouring that drink for them, if I hit your elbow, it's okay. Take care of my friends. So instead of being shy and going away and not stepping to the plate and not stepping up, guess what happened? I passed that class, and eventually I got my degree. Okay, a couple things. Why study history? Because I'm a historian, and I'm on my way out, so I want to tell you why, okay? One of the reasons to study history, and one of the reasons that we have government, is that the common man, that we can study the common man. And you know what? We're kind of a common high school, you know? But I still think we're number one. And the common man can rise to the occasion and can do extraordinary things. And that happens in a democracy. You know, at Old Columbine, we don't have athletes that have pictures on the wall. We have athletes, and they're sometimes fantastic athletes. But they all participate. Guess what pictures we have on the wall? And that's one of the departments I'm in charge of, is we have a worker's window and all the pictures of the kids who work, and we have 20 to 30 to 40 kids' pictures there. They're the ones that we celebrate, okay? So Old Columbine is so special that way. These kids, they know how to work in the real world. I put all my money on these guys. They've faced successes, they've faced tragedies, and they do a fantastic job. Let me go back one. Okay, last thing. Oh, I had some admonitions. Let me see if I can find them. Would somebody like to define admonition? Do you want to get out your iPad or your cell phone or something like that? Anybody got a cell phone going back there? Come on, pretend it's class time. I know you got it going, okay? An admonition is a stern counsel. Like, I'm telling you what's the right thing to do, okay? So here come a couple of mine. And I will find them here. But my first one is, when I see you out there in public, no tailgating. Can we agree on that? Yes. Please, no tailgating. All right. Here comes one that's a little more philosophical. Always err on the side of love and kindness. Can we do that one? Yes. If you're going to make a mistake, let it be with love and kindness. Here's another one. I had some hard times in my life, and I actually sought out a guy who was a spiritual leader, a guru. And you know what I liked about him? His name was Tom Duffy, good old Irishman. He taught me that you should always be above gossip and pettiness. Can we do that? We're going to stop the gossip. You guys don't gossip. You guys are way above all that. No pettiness, okay? And I guess I'll wrap it up with this. I heard Denise mention the degrees, you get a degree, it's the degree. Did you get hired because of where? But I'm going to tell you something right now from the bottom of my heart. I've been here 19 years. This place is unbelievable. I see miracles happen. Kids come in, it takes them a year, sometimes a little bit longer, but they buy into the program here. They buy into what are called the norms. They celebrate individuality. They tactfully confront wrongdoers. They strive for knowledge. And guess what? They're a community. No one is ever bullied at our school. And if they're bullied for a moment, that person is sent to the office right away, okay? This is a community of love, of scholarship. It's a great place. I couldn't believe it. When I was walking up the steps today, I said, I've been coming here for 19 years. I know some teachers have taught 30 and all that, but to think 19 years, what does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. That you're old. Yeah. Well, I started old. Okay, I'll tell you what it means. It means that, and I thought of it this way. When I was born, and then it was my first year in college at Carroll College in Helena, Montana, like that's how long I've been at Old Columbine. I mean, that is a long time, you know? You guys were just getting born, or maybe you're going to get born the next year. That's how long I've been at Old Columbine. I've been blessed to be with you. Every day is something I look forward to. I look forward to creating exciting studies, but most of all, I look forward to being with you young people. Thanks so much. Old Columbine rocks, and remember this, be true to your school. Old Columbine, be true to your school. Thank you.
Thanks, John. This might be a tough act to follow, but I think this person's up to it. It is with great pleasure that I introduce our honor student speaker, valedictorian Amy Novosad.
All right. I believe I can speak for us all when I say we finally made it. It is almost impossible to put into words how happy I am that I'm receiving my diploma today, but I am even more happy that I have my Oches family here with me. When I first started at Old Columbine, I never would have thought I would have made so many close friends and come this far in life. Thank you to all the faculty at Oches for always believing in us and pushing us to be the best we could, and also a huge thank you to family and friends who were always standing behind us, supporting our decisions, good and bad. Specifically, thank you to our principals Denise, Tammy, and Buck for teaching us that attendance and promptness will make us successful in every aspect of life. Also, thank you to Kristen and Nick for helping us through the hard times and teaching us how to move forward through that. As for teachers, I can't thank you enough. Each teacher at Old Columbine has made an impact on my life, like Snowden becoming a mother figure when I needed it, and David for understanding that things happen, and he would never change the way he viewed us as human beings. The students and staff at Old Columbine are not just peers and coworkers, but more than that. We are a family. Everyone has a past that they cannot change, but they also have a future that has just begun. Within the 2 years that I've been at Oches, I've learned who I really am. Being able to come into the school every day, comfortable with being myself, helped me overcome so many fears. The stereotype of our school is that this is where dropouts and mess-ups come as a last chance. But in all reality, it is just as hard as any other high school, if not harder. You can't just not show up and go unnoticed. People all around the school care and want you to succeed. Everyone wants to make it to this day, ready for whatever comes next in life. The most important thing that I've learned in our time here is that we are all valued individuals. and can achieve whatever we put our minds to. We just needed a little help getting there. My biggest goal when I came back to school is to get my diploma, but instead of just a diploma, I was pushed also to become valedictorian and was given the opportunity of a lifetime. I worked as hard as I could to keep my GPA up and retook my ACT score to score enough for college. And now I'm going to the University of Colorado in Boulder with a full ride scholarship for 4 years. Go Buffs! All because Kristen and Eric from Realities for Children Boulder County believed in me and my potential. Believing in each other and lending a helping hand is how we all succeeded into getting here today. I would also like to say we have a few people that we will miss next year. Tammy and Farley, Ochus will never be the same without you guys. I hope you enjoy the retired life. We will also never forget Bud, one of our best custodians who passed away this last year. And also my mother, Kathy, who I wish could make it here today, but sadly lost her battle with breast cancer last month. We will always remember you guys. As a final thought going forward, I'd like to leave you with a quote from Winnie the Pooh. Promise me you'll always remember that you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Congratulations, class of 2017.
Thank you, Amy. Debbie Lammers, St. Vrain Valley School District Board of Education Secretary, has a few words to share.
Thanks very much. I'm going to start off script a little bit. You're probably wondering, who is that lady again? Well, this is one of my most favorite Board of Education duties, being at Old Columbine graduations. This is my last and 8th year on the school board, and I've done several, not all 8 of the last Old Columbine, and it's definitely my most treasured family event. Thank you so much for having me again. I'm delighted to again be with Old Columbine seniors and their families and friends to celebrate your accomplishments, as you're all a vital part of a small and close community of graduates. You each stand for not only what education can mean, but what it actually does mean. This class has overcome obstacles and struggles to get to this momentous day. You are each to be commended for your tenacity and confidence to reach this milestone. And today, all of you have proven to yourselves that there are a multitude of ways an individual can learn and succeed. You stand for all those possibilities. You can be successful because you have chosen to make graduation your priority. So I not only congratulate you tonight, but more importantly, I would like to thank you for demonstrating the importance of being an Old Columbine student. And thank you for your belief in the value of your diploma. I'd also like to add my thanks to a number of you who served on the district's high school advisory council this year. The council's advice was important to district decisions, and on behalf of the school board and superintendent and our administrators, I'd like to thank Kaylee Stephenson, Ivan Macias, and Yoele Para for their participation. Good job, guys. Thank you. They have influenced many decisions that the school district makes. It's very important to have our student input. I'd also like to recognize, again, Savannah Lee and Dylan Silvernail, and congratulate them on their scholarship awards from the Hispanic Education Foundation and the St. Vrain Valley Education Foundation. I sit on that board as well, so it's very important to see and recognize our graduates and our scholarship recipients. This week, over 2,000 St. Vrain students will receive their diplomas, a diploma that represents the most rigorous graduation requirements among the many districts that surround us. I cannot emphasize this more, that the St. Vrain Valley Board of Education graduation requirements are among the most rigorous in the state. But today is about tomorrow. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." I wish you all joy, love, success as you define it, support, happiness, influence, curiosity, surprise, wonder, and exploration as you venture onto your dreams. And now for my official duties, this is the real reason why I'm here. I hereby declare that these 2017 seniors of Old Columbine High School have met all of the requirements for graduation as prescribed by the StVrain Valley School District Board of Education, and it's my honor to present this year's class. We will now award the diplomas, and you'll see my signature on every one. Thank you very much.
Snowden Campbell and Frank StVrain, graduating senior advisors, will read each student's name and future plans as they approach the podium. All that other stuff is. Here's yours.
Okay.
Here's mine.
Elizabeth R. Snook. Elizabeth plans to continue to go to school as she can be a social worker. She will also work hard to keep with her daughter happy and to make her proud.
Savannah Lee. Savannah plans to attend Metropolitan State University and study global business, then continue in either business or pre-law at CU Boulder. Her main goal is to become an environmental lawyer and eventually end up on a private island surrounded by cats in a glass window palace.
Kaylee Stevenson. Kaylee plans to work for a while and possibly go to Front Range to become a nurse next fall. Sage M. Feiner. Sage plans to attend Front Range Community College in the fall. She really wants to study sports medicine or forensic science, criminal justice. She would like to make her way up to a master's degree in any of those fields. However, that's not all Sage wants to do. She really wants to travel and see the world and change for a better place.
Zach Helwig. Zach plans to take life one day at a time and live to the fullest.
Alonzo Marufo. That's it. we don't have a sheet for him.
Ivan Alejandro Macias Sarmiento. Ivan plans to do 2 years at junior college, then transfer to a 4-year school to study sociology and criminal justice. He also plans to be a coach counselor at ROP, improving the lives of youth.
Manuel Leon. Manuel plans to help his dad and help his business grow and go on to Metro to get a degree in mechanical engineering. Jordan Melson. That's all I have.
Slide that way, the whole thing. There we go. We're moving.
It's me?
Victoria.
Victoria Ann Casillas. Victoria plans to start college in August to become a family and consumer science teacher. She also plans to spend time raising her lovely daughter, Mariah Daisy. Lexi Murray. Lexi plans to work 2 jobs while attending college at Metro State University. She plans to pursue a career where she can work with animals.
Alexandria Deasing. Alex plans to become a responsible and financially independent adult. She will work full-time until she decides what to study in college, pursuing peace and contentment in work she enjoys. Jacob Lucier. Jake plans to work for a year and then get an associate's degree.
Aiden Vincent John de Kessler. Aiden plans his college career at Laramie Community College in Cheyenne, working towards an associate in arts in multimedia. He will then transfer to the University of Wyoming in Laramie, where he will continue his studies in cinematography while completing the Air Force ROTC program and serving in the military for the undetermined amount of time.
Okay, pause.
Zarelli Zuniga Ramirez. Zarelli plans to work full-time after graduation, saving money, and maybe consider going to a community college. Tiffany Maldonado.
Jairus. Jairus plans to live in the moment, cherish his loved ones, and roll with the punches.
Michaela Marie. Michaela plans to go to college and live a happy and successful life. Barbara Robbins. Barbara plans to get her CNA and in the next year go to college to become a nurse. Dylan Silvernail. Dylan plans to keep working hard in school, moving towards a secondary English degree while continuing to help his family. Jesse Sherwood. Jesse plans to study history at Colorado Mountain College in Steamboat Springs.
Okay, pause.
Luis Lopez. Luis plans to make video games great again.
Isabel Cardoza. Isabel plans to attend college one day and continue being the best mom she can be. Edgar Reyes. Edgar plans to continue working at Subaru and attend college to take classes in design and engineering in order to design cars. Edgar hopes to one day have a beautiful family. Andrea Gonzalez Chavez. Andrea plans to work to save money for a truck. Danny. Danny plans to finish out nursing school and become a CNA. Amy Novosad. Amy plans to attend CU, either major in biology, psychology, and then go to school to get her RN, and eventually become a hospice nurse.
Gavin Renzelman. Gavin plans to work and eventually get a place of his own. After a few years of work, he plans to go back to school to work towards a degree. Michael Elo. Michael plans to go to Front Range and take up automotive classes. Also, will be getting a job to support himself. It's me, huh? Elizabeth Saldana Mosqueda. Elizabeth plans to take a break for a couple of months and focus on choosing on what she wants to study. She wants to start college next year. Meanwhile, she's going to work and focus more on her babies.
Aubriana Welch. Aubriana plans to live life to the fullest, travel abroad, and to always help people whenever possible. She also aspires to go to school for business, to work independently, and create her own freedom.
Good job, Aubrey. Congratulations.
Gustavo Quiroz. Gustavo plans to continue working on his culinary schools at co-managed corporate catering cafe inside Seagate Technology, where he prepares meals from scratch for over 1,400 Seagate employees, helps cater important business meetings, and oversees lunch service in the cafe.
Please join me in congratulating the graduates of Old Columbine High School class of 2017.
All right. On behalf of the Old Columbine class of 2017, we accept these diplomas. Graduates, move your tassels right to the left.
Okay, let me say the last thing and then you guys can start cheering. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for attending our ceremony. Please have a safe journey home. Old Columbine class of 2017, you're dismissed. You may leave the stage.